The Lair is a 2022 creature feature directed by Neil Marshall. An Air Force pilot must team up with a squad of soldiers in Afghanistan when their base becomes besieged by bloodthirsty monsters. But before we get into this Middle Eastern mayhem, I just want to ask that if you end up enjoying this video, then please consider dropping a like and comment, and maybe even subscribe, as it would really help my channel grow. So thanks. Also, there will be full spoilers ahead, but if that doesn't bother you, then grab your pickled cabbage flavoured popcorn and whip out your tentacles with spectacles as we dive into The Lair. So the movie begins with some text explaining some important backstory. Before we get some opening credits headlined by Charlotte Kirk, no relation to Captain Kirk, because he's fictional. Then we're in Afghanistan, where these two Royal Air Force pilots are having a jolly old flyabout. One of them being our protagonist, Charlotte, but I'm going to call her Charlottle because I made that typo when writing this script, so I'm sticking with it. But then they tried to avoid the missile, but it's no use, so they're forced to eject. Then we get a quick flashback where Charlottle is woken up by her alarm clock at 5 AM. 5 AM? If my alarm ever went off at that time, I'd sledgehammer the cunt. She's remembering her last morning at home before she deployed for Afghanistan, you see. So she kisses her son goodbye and tells her mum that the coffee she made tastes like shit. Then it's back to the present where these baddies are like, "Nice shot, Kevin. Cheers, Brian. Now let's go get him." Then we see Charlotte's mate Tony helping her when the baddies surround them. "Don't move, you buggers. All three of us have got guns aimed at you." "Stay still. I'm going to turn around and shoot all three of them before they shoot me." Okay, maybe I was a bit too optimistic. But when one of them walks over, Charlottle gets her badass on and shoots all three of them. But then a surprise fourth baddie appears, and this nitro bellend decides to holster his gun, whip out a Danny Trejo and run at her going... Before BAM! He's shot by Tony. "Tony, you're alive!" "Damn right. It'll take more than a few bullets to kill me." Bollocks. Bleh. So Charlottle gets on the radio to call for help.
Mayday, Mayday. This is Foxtrot 217. Does anybody copy? Over.
I am here, lass. What's up?
My aircraft is down, my WSO is dead, the crash site is hot.
And so are you, love. Hey! But no worries, I'll send my mates out to pick you up. Where you at?
Tatooine by the looks of it. But oh no, some more baddies are on their way with one of them like, Brian, what are you doing?" "Oh, sorry, I thought I was dead, eh?" And it looks like they're on Charlottle's tail as she finds this big bunker, but the door is chained shut. And oh no, they've found her! So they have a gunfight with Charlottle taking one of them down, before Brian is like, "Right, that's it, I'm going to use the RPG." "Okay, Brian, just don't hit the bunker door." "Got it." Damn it, Brian! Thankfully, this breaks the lock on the door, so Charlottle makes a run for it. Unfortunately, the elevator isn't working, so she cracks a glow stick and says, "Go, glow stick! Tell me how far down it goes." But the baddies are closing in, so she's got no choice then to head down. When she gets to the bottom, she explores the abandoned bunker and is like, "Man, this place is creepy as hell. What do you think, Glowstick?" "Meh, I've seen creepier bunkers." "Me too. I mean, have you ever played Amnesia the Bunker?" "No, I haven't actually. Is it good?" "Ah, it's proper good like, and it scared the living shit out of me." So she continues to have a gander and even finds the caretaker, who's seen better days. "Ew! Brush your teeth for Christ's sake!" But oh shit, these baddies just won't give up. "Quick, hide, Glowstick!" The baddies then turn the power on and the room is full of big vats containing something horrible looking. And Brian is like, "Hey fellas, I found a Glowstick. Where's your friend at, you illuminous bastard?" "I ain't telling you shit, Brian." "Oh, is that so? Well, we have ways of making you talk. Lads, whip out Ghostbusters 2016 on DVD. She's behind that pillar over there! You snitching little shit!" But their gunfire breaks one of the vats, and one of those manky things falls out. Thankfully, Charlottle finds this floor grate next to it to hide beneath, and scuttles her way back towards the exit. Meanwhile, this baddie is like, "Okay, you bugger, now don't you wake up when I've got my back turned, okay?" Aw, come on. Bloody hell, you look like Nemesis from Resi 3 had a baby with some barbecue spare ribs. Back to Charlottle, who finds the way out, but is then caught by Brian. "Ah, I've got you now, lassie. Hey, Patrick, I've got her." That is both one of the best and shittest kills I've seen in ages. Then she makes her way back up the ladder to the surface. But oh no, one of them's followed her and grabs her by the foot, before suddenly... Got your face! Charlottle makes it outside and blasts the creature before closing the door as far as it'll go and putting the chain back on. Then she turns around to leg it and oh, come on! What the hell was that in there? Monster? Oh, well in that case, do you mind if I turn around and run away? No, go for it. Then Charlotte does the same. Sometime later in Charlotte is cold, injured, and then rolls down this hill thinking, man, this day couldn't possibly get any worse. So they make sure she's alright and take her to the base camp, where her rescuer introduces himself as Captain Hook. Well, Captain, I need to tell you about... Oh no, I'm not in charge. I'm only a sergeant. My name is Captain Hook. So you're Sergeant Captain Hook? Yes. Well, that's terribly confusing. Anyway, who's in charge then? That'll be Major Turbulence. Follow me, I'll take you to him. Ah, Lieutenant Charlotte.
Long time no partially see.
Nice to meet you, Major. No offence, Lieutenant, but I don't know you, so I'd prefer if you address me as Colonel. Colonel Major Turbulence. That's right. Are all of you as confusingly named as this? Anyway, that doesn't matter. What does matter is what I saw in that Russian bunker. No, I think what's more important is letting you know that my favourite movie studio
is Paramount.
What has that got to do with anything? Then Captain Hook rocks up saying the others have arrived back with a captive.
They didn't happen to come across any secret Russian bunkers, did they?
No, but they did see a dog with 3 legs. Huh, a canine tripod. Now I've heard everything. So it looks like Charlotte is stuck there for the time being and the Colonel has no intention of checking out the bunker.
That Major of yours is quite the character.
You're telling me. He's actually British, but he's been putting on that accent since we got here. God knows why. Anyway, let me introduce you to the rest of the gang. We've got Magpie, who is 5 foot tall, because the military has low standards these days. Then there's the rookie, who
had an accidental discharge in barracks.
The floor has been sticky ever since. And that guy over there,
Serrano,
Ham, has been in that position for a couple of weeks now. Is he okay? Who knows? And finally, we have Dr. Pepper, who is going to tend to your wound, and probably quench your thirst too.
I know a bullet wound when I see one.
Doc, that's a laceration. To the untrained eye, yes, it would appear that way.
You saw it too. Why don't you say something?
I don't think he speaks a word of English.
No, I do. Quite fluently, in fact. Nope, not a word of English. Captain Hook wants to know more about this bunker Charlotte found. But then this fella rocks up like...
Don't you know it's a court-martial offence?
To walk around with your knob hanging out?
It is?
So far as you know.
Lieutenant, I'd like you to meet Sergeant Welsh, which is quite ironic because he's Irish. With a strong Welsh accent? Yep, he's easily the best character, and has some brilliant lines of dialogue later on. Anyway, Charlotte tells Captain Hook that the bunker seemed abandoned.
And it has been for quite a while. The door was chained shut with some kind of...
Chain? Ah, a door chain if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's right. Then she writes down what it said on the door in Russian.
How'd you do that?
Photographic memory.
Wait a minute, she has a photographic memory? Well, that's awfully convenient, isn't it just? I wonder how that's going to come into play later on. Spoilers, it doesn't. Anyway, the sign said, "Oh Nacho, hiot kpb, I bat b."
It looks like gobbledygook.
Russian gobbledygook.
It means do not open.
Mate, if you're not going to speak in English, can you keep quiet? Charlotte then tells them there were a lot more creatures in the vats down there. And then we see back inside the bunker and oh no, the others are waking up. And they can even open doors. Like a human. No, Ken. Like a velociraptor.
May God have mercy on us all.
Meanwhile, Major Turbulence is doing his best impression of me whenever one of my videos gets demonetised.
Fuckers.
Back in the medical tent, Charlotte questions their captive and asks his name. Stephen, with a PH. Alright, Stephen, why'd you shoot my friend?
I didn't. I'm just a driver. I'm not the violent man.
He then tells them that he didn't have a choice in helping the baddies because if he didn't, they'd hurt his family. Elsewhere, and Captain Hook has a bad feeling about things and says to Sergeant Welsh,
What do you make of all this?
Well, I don't know about you.
But my spider sense is tingling. Then Serrano Ham goes to relieve the rookie of his shift. But as he's walking away, he hears something odd behind him. And Serrano Ham is gone? Where the devil did he go? Probably to Tesco. Why Tesco? I don't know. Why does anyone go to Tesco? To buy cheese? Well, there's your answer then. Still, he's nowhere to be seen, and the puddle of blood left behind isn't very encouraging. Then Curry sees a shadowy figure lurking in the distance, and his mate says, "Hey Curry, what's the name of that 90s sci-fi movie starring Jodie Foster?" Contact! Then it's game time, as a whole bunch of the creatures start attacking the base. So everyone takes their positions and gives them what for. But look out, rookie, there's one right in front of you! Whoa, that was one jaw-dropping kill.
We are under attack. Come in. Shit!
Then all of a sudden, one of the buggers leaps into the camp and Major Turbulence's reaction is brilliant. But the situation is looking increasingly dire, as there's a whole lot more of the bastards incoming, and this poor bugger doesn't even know what's going on as he's taken a shite before. Did you add in that Wilhelm scream? No, I didn't add it in. Excellent. Everyone falls back as they're getting overwhelmed, but it's too late as the creatures are already inside. One of which rocks up inside the medical tent like, "Hiya!" and it fires out these tentacles. "Help! It's got me with its ganglies!" Don't worry though, Stephen breaks free of his shackles and...
I'm not the violent man.
The soldiers outside are having a tough time of it too, with this guy losing his head before the 50 cal blows up their fuel supply, and Sergeant Welsh gives us one of the best lines in the movie.
Fucking hell, Brommy, it ain't gonna fire!
Then they go to rescue Major Turbulence, who is getting his ass handed to him by the beastie, but then he grabs the baseball bat he had hanging on the wall because why the hell not, and says,
Batter up, you son of a bitch!
before giving the creature a very sore head.
He's already dead.
So everyone regroups next to this big shipping container, with Captain Hook dispatching one of the creatures after sounding like a rather aggressive photographer.
Smile for the fucking camera!
And they all lock themselves inside as it's the only place they can safely wait it out till morning. Now they have a moment to breathe, they question Stephen again to see what else he knows.
If you got something to tell us, now's the time.
He tells everyone that 30 years ago the Russians invaded his country after a comet fell from the sky. Then people from his village started to go missing.
We lost 46 villagers, including my father.
And I've never been able to eat cucumber since. What? The next morning, and thankfully the creatures have buggered off. They've taken all the bodies with them too, but the gang find a dead one that was hidden behind the generator, so they decide to take a closer look at what they're dealing with. So Dr. Pepper cuts the creature open, because what's the worst that can happen?
Someone give me a hand here?
So Curry lends a hand, which is soon filled with monster guts. Why did he need him to hold the guts when there's plenty of room on the table? Because shh, that's why. But when he digs deeper, he finds that the damn thing contains human organs. What? Then Major Turbulence comes clean and tells everyone they've been looking for the Soviet black site Charlotte found for decades.
It seems the Soviets found a way to integrate foreign DNA into a human host.
Foreign DNA? You mean like French?
Yes, but without the berets and garlic. In other words...
I mean foreign to the Earth.
Then he confirms the story that Stephen told earlier was true. Except it wasn't a comet that fell from the sky. It was a further-mucking alien spaceship. What?
Last night they were just probing. Testing our strengths, learning our weaknesses.
Seemed a hell of a lot more than just probing, mate. They managed to kill half of you. But then all of a sudden, the monster wakes up and goes apeshit. But Major Turbulence has had just about enough of this reanimated wretch and shouts, "Stand clear!" Fuck! Major, are you okay? I did not think that through. Bleh. So now the plan is to find the bunker and blow it up. Magpie then goes over their ammo situation. Right, what we got left?
About 50 rounds for the M4s, a handful of mags for the sidearms.
And let me guess, a case of C4.
And a case of C4.
There's always a case of C4. Captain Hook then tells Stephen he's free to go, but he says,
If you don't mind, I would like to join you.
Then we get a gloriously cheesy slow-mo walk, and Captain Hook says, "Y'all like my new hat?"
You jammy twat.
And off they go to the bunker. Once they arrive, they head inside and set the C4, with the plan being to seal the entrance, trapping the creatures down there forever. But as soon as they're about to leave, one of them pulls Captain Hook down the shaft. They all think he's dead, but just as they're about to blow up the C4, they hear him on the radio. "Oh my god! How did you survive the fall?"
Doesn't matter.
"Oh, okay then, we'll come and get you." "Shut up, will you? I'm trying to solve this crossword and I can't concentrate with you rattling on." So our heroes hook the car's winch to the elevator and use some C4 to blast it free. But once they hit the bottom, Dr. Pepper hears over the radio that the area is going to be nuked in 20 minutes' time. So now they've got to do this quick. Back to Captain Hook and... Ah, me gangly! Ah, me goiter! Ah, me life! The others keep searching for him and come across the big room full of vats. And at the end of it, they find a big window, but it's too dark to see inside. So Charlotte turns the power on and holy shit! It's got a big-ass alien in it, which is like, "Hiya, my name's... What's yours? Charlotte? Ha! You're kidding! That's me mum's name!"
No fucking way.
Then Captain Hook runs into the room followed by a beastie, so they all blast it good. Back up top and oh no, the baddies have found Dr. Pepper. So he pops out of the roof of the car and they're like, should we shoot him before he gets on the 50 cal? No, let's see where he's going with this. I regret my decision! Back down in the bunker, the creatures have found everyone, so they fall back and close the door. But the clever buggers start opening it, so Sergeant Welsh says he'll stay behind to buy everyone time to get out. They make it back to the elevator, but then realise Magpie is missing.
She was right behind us.
Captain Hook says he'll go back for her, though.
If I'm not back in 5...
Just wait longer.
Turns out Magpie is having a scrap with one of the creatures, using anything she can find as a weapon. Tin! Tray! Frying pan! Ladle! 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 But she's easily overpowered because she's 5 foot tall, and by the time Captain Hook arrives to rescue her... Captain? Do I have something on my face? No, you don't. Oh, good. So Cap gets into a fight with it while back at the elevator, Curry is eager for Dr. Pepper to pull them up. Just a sec! Try not to get stabbed! Thankfully, he manages to fight them off and starts trying to pull the elevator back up. Meanwhile, Captain Welsh can't hold the door any longer and lets it go before running at the creatures with a stick of C4 in hand. R.I.P., you heroic Irish bastard. Captain Hook hears the explosion coming and hides in this fridge to avoid getting roasted. But the explosion jams the lift and the car starts getting pulled towards the elevator shaft, with Dr. Pepper pinned down and unable to stop it. And to make things worse, the creatures have made it to the lift, with one of them punching clean through Curry's head. Bloody hell, that was unexpectedly brutal. And I loved it! And oh no, the car is about to fall down the shaft, so they've got to get out before they're crushed. But Stephen gets grabbed by one of them and notices something under its skin. It's his dad's watch, meaning that the people who went missing from his village got turned into these monsters. He tells Charlotte to get out, and she does just in time before the car annihilates the lift, along with Stephen and the creatures.
T-minus 4 minutes and counting.
Can you please give us a few more minutes? No. Back up top, and Dr. Pepper is caught by the baddies who are about to execute him before bang, bang, bang! A bang, bang, bang! He's saved by Charlotte and Captain Hook, but they better get a move on as they're almost out of time.
T-minus 1 minute and counting.
And the big plane drops out a tactical nuke, complete with its own parachute so it doesn't fall to its death. And our heroes hop in the car and speed off before, boom, the bunker goes kablamo. And so the day is saved, our heroes make it out alive and stare back at the devastation like,
What the fuck was that?
That was someone covering their ass.
End of movie. And there we have it, folks. The Lair is a thoroughly cheesy and thoroughly entertaining creature feature. It's got plenty of action, ridiculous one-liners and enough blood and guts to satisfy a hardened gorehound's bloodlust. Sure, it's not particularly original, but when it's this damn entertaining, I simply don't care. So, The Lair, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you loathe it? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, here's some outtakes for you. But first, I've got to power it up. We're getting there. Outtakes coming back! Oh, that's enough. Cut to the outtakes. You daft bastard, you. Nonsense means no sense. Also, there will be full spoilers ahead, but there's always a bull. There's always one where I go, bull. One more, just for fuck of it. Let's go. Also, there will be full spoilers ahead, but turned into a bloody jig there. 5 a.m? If my alarm ever went... If my alarm ever... I like glazed donuts, me. Send us some glazed donuts, you buggers. Because, shh, that's why. There's only half of you left. Bloody hell! C4. Better than C3, but not as good as C5.